The last class of
From Mahomet-Seymour High School in Mahomet, Illinois, Clutch Sports Media is live and ready to roll. A Class 3A sectional semifinal on tap. Springfield and Normal U-High coming at you here. We are just about 3 minutes, a little less than that, from the opening ceremonies. I'm Joey Wright, excited to have you along for the ride tonight. A Central State 8 rematch that Springfield won in December. We'll get into that, but first and foremost, appreciate our listeners from Springfield and Normal U-High joining us tonight. Springfield at 21-12 entering tonight's game, and Normal U-High as well. Looking for a key win here are the Pioneers. Normal U-High entering play tonight at 26-6, my apologies. So two 20-plus win teams, 2 wins away, or I should say 3 wins away tonight from an IHSA State Finals appearance. Decatur MacArthur awaits tonight's winner in another Central State 8 rematch that'll be right here in Mahomet on Friday night. And we talked with both head coaches earlier today, Kevin Causley from Springfield and Andrew McDowell from Normal U-High, about the Central State 8. How good of a conference has it been? You look at Jacksonville, too, also continuing to make some noise. They're still alive on the other side of the bracket. And, in fact, either of these teams could play Jacksonville for a trip to state in Springfield on Monday night at the Bank of Springfield Center. And Lincoln was the regional championship game opponent for Springfield just a few days ago. Senators didn't have too much of a problem in that one, although it was a 32-26 decision, not a lot of offense. And for Normal U-High, they were a 58-54 winner against Champaign Central, and in both teams' playoff openers, wins against Mount Zion for Springfield and Danville for Normal U-High, respectively. We're just about ready to go. They are lined up for the national anthem down on the floor here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. A lot of green and yellow for U-High, and Springfield's traveled well as well in the red and black. We'll pause for the national anthem and come back for the starting lineups. Joey Wright from Clutch Sports Media ready to welcome you into a Class 3A boys basketball sectional semifinal. Springfield and U-High coming up.
In the expectation of those in attendance will conduct themselves at all times with a level of sportsmanship and respect that expresses positive support for your team. Booing, swearing, or negative comments directed towards the opposing team or officials will result in an invitation to leave the facility. Adults, please remember that you are role models for our children and athletes. Again, we are here to cheer for our teams, not against anyone else. Thank you for your
From Mahomet-Seymour High School in Mahomet, Illinois, Clutch Sports Media back and ready to go. It's a Class 3A boys basketball sectional semifinal. Normal U-High in Springfield about ready to tip it off. I'm Joey Wright, excited to have you along for this one. It's going to be a fun ride. A rematch of a game contested in December that Springfield gained the upper hand in. They won a 47-34 decision on their home floor on December 12th. After that game, Normal U-High won 20 of its next 21 games, including a 15-game winning streak. And the Pioneers, as I mentioned, come in 26-6. Springfield is 21-12. Both coaches doing a great job. I talked to Andrew McDowell. I talked to Kevin Causley earlier today. And the consensus was, on Springfield's part anyways, that win was nice in December, but that was an eternity ago. Kevin Causley saying there were some positives on tape, but these teams have changed so much over the last few months that you can't put a ton of stock into that game. But Springfield knows they can do it. On paper, I think you give a little bit of an edge to U-High, but it should be a great game. The starters are being introduced on the floor at Mahomet-Seymour High School. 2 levels on one side and 1 level on the far side here. We're behind the benches in the corner watching Springfield huddle it up. Gray uniforms, red trim, black numbers. Normal U-High being introduced on what, from my vantage point, is the far side of the gym. White jerseys, white shorts, green trim, a little bit of yellow on the side panels as well, and green numbers. Our starters are as follows. First for Springfield, Noah Wade. Number 0, he's in the lineup as a guard, joined by Ed Horton Jr., a junior guard for the Senators. Ariel Robinson, a senior wing. Elijah Wade, as well as senior wing. And at forward, a junior number 22, Mayango Jala, player that Springfield's been very excited to see develop as he's continued to have a great junior year. And a good mix of seniors and juniors on Kevin Causley's squad. For Normal U-High, their starting lineup is as followed. Starting at guard, it's number 1, Devin Fitzgerald, big-time junior. He's joined by a fellow guard in Dallas Smith, wearing number 3 tonight, and he's slid into the point guard role. Andrew McDowell telling me his scoring's a little bit down this year, but they're very excited about what they've gotten from him. Cameron Johnson, the man in the middle for Normal U-High, had 26 points in the Pioneers Regional Championship win against Champaign Central. He'll wear number 13 tonight. Brody Clemenson is the big guy for Normal U-High. He'll wear number 21, and he is a high-level senior for these Pioneers. And Owen Kirby, tremendous shooter, wearing number 35, tallest player on the floor for the Pioneers. He'll get the start at guard. He is Normal U-High's all-time leading 3-point shooter. Normal U-High in Springfield. It's a great atmosphere here at Mahomet-Seymour. Normal U-High student section jumping it up. They go about 4 rows deep. In the middle for Normal U-High is Owen Kirby. He wins the tip-off. Going against Mayango Jala. We are underway in Mahomet. First possession for the Pioneers. Dribbling to listeners left from our vantage point here. They've got it out top. Here's Kirby. Kirby looking to the right wing. Has his man Dallas Smith. Smith to the right block. And repelled there is Cameron Johnson. Loose ball. They get her to the corner, and the 3 falls for Dallas Smith. What a season he's had. Point guard for the Pioneers. Doesn't score as much as he has in the past, but he opens the game with a 3. Springfield's first possession. Here's Noah Wade. Noah Wade out top to Ed Horton Jr. Goes to the right wing. Here's a pass caught by Elijah Wade. Wade centers it up between the rings. Wade, the Wade brothers, I should say. We've got Elijah and Noah on the floor. Pass to the left block and up and in for Ariel Robinson, the senior number 5. 3-2 is U-High's lead 1 minute into the first period. And U-High taking it up. Here's Dallas Smith between the rings. Dribbles left, picked up by Noah Wade. Pass out top, caught, no, intercepted. And Springfield going the other way on a fast break and a 2-handed slam. Elijah Wade runs the fast break and gives the Senators the lead. 4-3, 6:40 to play here in the first. First turnover of the game, and the Senators capitalize. Out top, here's U-High. Clemenson wants a 3, misses it short. Rebound is brought in underneath the basket. Noah Wade clears it for the Senators and takes across the timeline. Stops on the right wing. Owen Kirby plays defense. Wade pulls up, three off the back iron, won't fall. Rebounded on the left block, an offensive rebound for Robinson. Out top three won't go for Wade. Elijah Wade missed it. Noah Wade, it's an offensive rebound for the Senators, gets it on the right wing. 6:06 for the quarter. Senators with an early 4-3 lead. They've scored on both their possessions here, and this one extended by an offensive rebound. Wade at the midcourt logo, a blue bulldog in an orange circle here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. Pulls up once a free throw, misses it off the back iron. Rebound is corralled by Robinson, and a pass brought in by Jala. Jala under the basket, goes up and in, and the Senators early on have doubled up the Pioneers at 6-3. 5:35 for the first. Cameron Johnson out top for the Pioneers. Gives it to Clemenson. Clemenson to Johnson, the big-time senior. 26 points in the Pioneers last time out. Drives the right wing, couldn't get it. Kick out to Smith. He misses a three. Springfield rebound. Wade chugs ahead. Wade to the corner. Three on the way. And Elijah Wade didn't get anything. Offensive rebound under the basket for Jala. He turns around and drops it through. And Springfield is out to an 8-3 edge. 5 minutes left to play in this first quarter. All Senators here after the Dallas Smith three to open things up for the Pioneers. Jala on a handoff to Robinson. He's picked up, or Johnson, pardon me. He's picked up by Robinson, and there's our first foul of the game. And it's going to go against Springfield's number 5, Ariel Robinson. Springfield's not had much playoff success since the 90s. Looking to change that here with the great team in 2026. Johnson drives to the right block on the inbound, picks up his dribble. Robinson plays good defense. Clemenson going to attack from the left wing. He picks up his dribble and kicks it out to Dallas Smith. Smith just a few steps north of the timeline. 4:32 in the last IHSA games played before a shot clock. Clemenson, right wing pass to Smith. Smith to Johnson, right block pass, caught by Clemenson, right wing three, left it long. Springfield rebound. And Elijah Wade will clear it. He's had a terrific start to this game. As we approach the halfway mark in the first quarter, 8-3 is Springfield's lead. Senators play catch along the perimeter. Ed Horton Jr. gets it here between the rings. He's picked up by Devin Fitzgerald. Number 1 guards number 1. Senators still looking to penetrate here. Elijah Wade has it right wing. Step back three. Missed it left. And despite a good effort from Mayango Jala, he couldn't bring it in and control the board. Normal U-High will take over with 3:49 left in this opening frame. Joey Wright with you. Glad you're with us on ClutchSportsIL.com tonight. Or if you've decided to join us on our YouTube channel, we appreciate you having us along for the ride. Not a lot of offense here in the last few minutes. Smith on a drive for U-High. Picks it up. Pass goes out to Devin Fitzgerald out top. Cameron Johnson attacking from the right corner. Backs his man down to the block. Now they push him out. He sends a pass out. It's caught by Owen Kirby. Johnson gets it in the left corner, and he has it knocked away. Mayango Jala forced it loose. Springfield's bench applauds. This action happening right underneath us. Pioneers attacking the left basket. Springfield going to the far side and our right. Quick inbound. Austin Kruger is in the game for Normal U-High at the last dead ball. Devin Fitzgerald had it knocked out of bounds in front of the Senators' bench. And poking that one loose was Horton, but Normal U-High will have an opportunity to inbound. 3:22 left in the frame. U-High scored first. Since then, Springfield's on an 8-0 run. 3:20. And an inbound to Johnson. Has plenty of space. Left free throw line extended. Gets a pass out to Kirby. Kirby back to Johnson. Open three left corner. Knocks it down. Cameron Johnson averaging 15 points per game this season. High praise when I talked to Andrew McDowell earlier today, and he cuts the lead to 2. Tough defense here from Springfield, and they force a backcourt violation. Noah Wade brought it across. Kirby was all over him and forced him to get rid of the ball and track it back across the timeline. And the Pioneers have a chance to tie or take the lead with 3 minutes left in the first. 8-6 is the deficit. Inbound goes to Cameron Johnson in front of the sidelines. Crosses the timeline, goes to the left wing, drives to the left block, kick out Dallas Smith. He finds Kruger for a three, and the Pioneers lead 9-8 with 2:45 left in the first. Noah Wade quickly for Springfield. Gives it up Out top to Jala. Jala looks, finds Ed Horton on the left wing, and the Senators look to penetrate here. They get it down low to Elijah Wade. He's fouled on his way up under the basket. 2 free throws for the Senators. Elijah Wade will take them, number 12 in the gray and red. So it was Dallas Smith, as I've mentioned, with the first 3 of the game for U-High. That opened the scoring. After that, an 8-0 run for Springfield. And now Normal U-High's on a 6-0 run, leading by a point. Elijah Wade could tie it here with his first free throw. Orange and blue walls here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. First free throw falls for Wade to tie it. But a lot of green, a lot of black, a lot of red. Wade shooting these free throws in front of the U-High student section. They go about 4 rows deep. It's a blackout theme for the Pioneers student section, but they've got the green pom-poms. Springfield's fans, by and large, are concentrated behind the Senators' bench, which is on the adjacent side of the gym. Wade left his second free throw short. It's a U-High rebound brought in by Dallas Smith. Johnson running out of time here, trying to get it across against Ed Horton. He does, stops at the free throw line, kick out 3. Kirby, and the Pioneers' all-time leading three-point shooter, has another one, his first of the game. 12-9 U-High, 2:09 to play in the first. Senators have it on the other end. Out top, Horton. Horton gives it up to Elijah Wade. Wade to Noah Wade. The brothers play catch. Kevin Causley, such high praise for them in our conversation earlier. Now it's Noah taking a free throw, drops it through, nothing but net. A 1-point game here, 1:49 to play in the first. It's been a good one here, good flow to this game. Only 2 fouls called, 1 per side. Here's Johnson for the Pioneers. Attacks from the free throw line. Tried to drive the right side of the lane, but his pass deflected off the backboard. Here's Springfield. They try to run it. They lose it. Pioneers get it back at midcourt. Almost a backcourt violation there for Andrew Felstead. Just checked into the game, but he's able to stay north of the timeline. Gives it to Johnson. Now Kruger to the corner, and Dallas Smith. Smith on the right block. Pass to Kirby. Set loose, and Kirby couldn't catch it before it went out of bounds. He got it on a dribble on the orange sideline. And Springfield, all that to say, they take over with 1:13 in this first quarter, trailing by a point, 12-11. Sideline out of bounds opportunity inbound for Springfield. And Elijah Wade finds Ed Horton. Horton on the right wing. Swung around the perimeter. Noah Wade in the corner. Attacks the left baseline, and it's off the rim. Rebound goes to Jala. Offensive rebound under the glass. He puts it through. 13-12. Senators back out in front. Leads changed hands a few times here in the opening 7 minutes. 45 seconds left to go in the frame. Johnson for U-High. Pioneers attacking the left basket. They get a pass under the basket to a wide open Andrew Felstead, but the Senators defense caught up. They get the rebound on Felstead's miss. Well-contested basket and a foul quickly called. So they'll inbound and they'll have to go the length of the court. They might decide to hold it for the last 38 seconds of the frame. And they get it in to Ed Horton. And Horton, volleyball line, timeline, opposite volleyball line on the offensive end. 30 seconds left. We'll see what Springfield does. Whoever loses tonight has played its final game without a shot clock. That'll be new in the IHSA next year. Here's a pass to a open Ed Horton in the lane. Floater won't fall. Offensive rebound, or a defensive rebound, pardon me, caroms down to U-High. And Andrew McDowell will take a timeout with 15 seconds left in the frame. So on Horton's miss, rebound went down. It was brought in by Felstead. Junior forward for the Pioneers has played the last few minutes. And Andrew McDowell uses his first timeout with 15 seconds left. I would think Normal U-High would hold on to it here and try and build, or I should say retake the lead. They're down 12-13 right now with the last shot of the frame. Good one in the early stages. Winner back here in Mahomet on Friday to face Decatur MacArthur in a sectional final. And the winner of that Sweet 16 matchup would play Centralia, East St. Louis, or Jacksonville in Springfield on Monday night for a trip to Champaign in the Class 3A state finals. They get it in, do the Pioneers. Now 10 seconds left. Here's Johnson crossing midcourt, centers it up, dribbling right, pass to the corner, three on the way. It will fall for Ezra Hensley. And that's the quarter. Springfield can't get a shot up in time. It was about a three-quarter court heave, and Springfield left it short, and that's our first quarter of play. Ezra Hensley knocks it through to put Normal U-High back out in front, 15-13, with 24 minutes to play in one team's season. And you can tell both these teams won it here based on the action in the early stages. Scoring is pretty balanced. Looking at Normal U-High, they've gotten the three from Austin Kruger. They just got that three from Ezra Hensley. Both those players have 3 points. Cameron Johnson has 3 points. Dallas Smith has 3 points, the game-opening three. And on the other side for Springfield, 3 early points for Elijah Wade. An early basket from Noah Wade, the brothers combining for 5 points. 4 points from Mayango Jala. So in the scoring column, no one's really separated themselves yet. Clock reset to reflect 8 minutes. And the second quarter just about ready to start. Glad you're with us here on ClutchSportsIL.com. Here's the second quarter. Senators get it in to Ed Horton. Horton pass to the right wing and Noah Wade. Between the rings, Chase Bazemore is in the game. First time we've called his name, number 2 in gray. Now to the left wing and Ed Horton Jr. Here's Elijah Wade. Now the Senators penetrate, pass to the left block, Jala. They have to get it back out. Here's Elijah Wade, right wing. And they go to the left corner, a three. Short off the iron from Bazemore. Offensive rebound for Springfield. Wade has it now between the rings. 30 seconds into this second quarter. Here's Wade. Kick to the wing. Three on the way. That one falls for Ed Horton. Ed Horton Jr. puts Springfield back out in front with a three from the right wing. 16-15. 7:10 to play in the half. Pioneers on the offensive end. Cameron Johnson at the free throw line. Pass behind him. Dallas Smith drives, attacks. 6-footer floater on the way, won't fall. Got it as close as he could. Senators did a nice job of cutting him off. Driving all the way through, slicing through traffic under the basket. Noah Wade can't get it to fall. Rebound for Normal U-High, but in trouble as Owen Kirby tries to throw it off of a Springfield defender as he ran out of space near the baseline. And they will say he was successful in that endeavor. Last touch by Springfield. 6:42 left in the half. And the Pioneers driving from right to left on your screen. Will inbound here. They got to go the length of the floor. Kirby to Smith. Smith back to Kirby. Hasn't crossed the timeline yet. Now he does at center court. Johnson gets it. High left wing. Centers it up, scanning, finding Dallas Smith on a pass right wing. He does what he did the last possession and tries to drive underneath the basket, loses it, puts it on the floor. Springfield comes away with it. Elijah Wade drives to the right block. Jala's under the basket, and he left the dunk short. Got blocked by the rim. Ball is loose, rolls out of bounds. It's Normal U-High's ball. Jala caught the loose ball under the basket, tried to take it straight back up, and just didn't jump high enough. 16-15 the score. Springfield leading and a timeout on the floor. Well, we saw a dunk early on in the first quarter. Jala looking for the highlight there. It wouldn't have been the most emphatic dunk you've ever seen, but he would have put it down with some authority. Instead, Normal U-High will get a chance to take over out of the timeout. Well, I mentioned these teams played on December 12th. Springfield on its home floor was a 47-34 winner. And Normal U-High didn't do a lot of losing after that point. They did lose 2 in a row at one point to Normal U-High, or pardon me, to Morton and Unity in reverse order. It was Unity the day before a loss to Morton, but otherwise not easy to find blemishes with what the Pioneers have done thus far this season. After that Springfield win, They rattled off 6 in a row, starting with Prairie Central, then lost to Joliet Catholic, and then a 15-game winning streak was bookended by wins against Fieldcrest. One of those at the State Farm Holiday Classic on December 30th. The other occurred several weeks later. Over a month later, on February 14th. Pioneers get it in out of the timeout. 6 minutes left in the half. Johnson on the left block. Pass underneath the basket to Brody Clemenson. Football tight end takes it up, and he's fouled by Jala with 5:55 left here in the second quarter. 1 point game, and Clemenson could put U-High back out in front. Takes a dribble, goes up for the shot. It's in. We're tied at 16. Andrew McDowell saying of Clemenson, he does a great job of patrolling the paint for them defensively. His second free throw's in, 17-16. And he checks his guy out. Does a nice job defensively of keeping his guy off the glass. He's back on defense now. Senators on the offensive end. Pass to the right wing and Ariel Robinson. Now it's Elijah Wade. Now it's Ed Horton. They go to the right corner. A three on the way, too strong from Robinson. Another offensive rebound for the Sens. They've done a nice job on the offensive glass, so we just talked about Clemenson keeping that clean. Not on this possession. Corner three, too strong, but another offensive rebound for Springfield, and one. Count the basket, taking it up on the putback, Elijah Wade, and the foul. And he will go to the line to try and give Springfield a 2-point edge with 5:20 in the second quarter. It's 18-17. Wade caught it, the rebound, and almost faded away and drew some contact. He missed the free throw. Pioneers clear the rebound. Cameron Johnson will run point here. No, we'll give it to Dallas Smith, and he'll handle the point on this possession. Trailing by a point. Here's Johnson attacking. Gets the ball in the left corner and tries to drive the baseline. Now backing his man down on the left block. Missed it. Rebound Springfield. Horton takes it across. Now he finds Noah Wade. They tap it out to Elijah Wade. Passes up the left wing three. Now out top, they get it to Noah Wade. He misses a three long. Johnson loses the battle for the defensive board. Again, it's Elijah Wade with the offensive rebound, but he's pushed out of bounds with 4:43 left in the half, and Normal U-High will start another possession. Dallas Smith crosses the timeline, the Bulldog logo here, and a three on the way. Count that one for Devin Fitzgerald. Left corner three, knocks it through. Devin Fitzgerald had 12 points against Morton a few weeks ago on February 20th. Springfield on the other end. Free throw won't fall for Wade, pulled up and missed it. Pioneers get the rebound. Johnson stops, finds Clemenson on the left wing. He picks up his dribble, has it knocked away. Can't do anything except pass to Smith. Smith shades back. High left wing. He picks it up, finds Johnson left wing, dribbles to the free throw line, finds Clemenson, right corner three, falls. And the Pioneers extend their lead to 23-18. Back out in front, 5 points, their largest lead tonight. See if Springfield has a response. Here's Horton. Horton to Noah Wade. And Horton now gets it between the rings. Pass to his left. Three won't fall for Elijah Wade. Offensive rebound for Jala. Up and in under the basket. Attacking the right side. Got it off the glass. 23-20. 3-point game with 3:30 to go in the half. U-High out in front by a possession. Dallas Smith, right wing, picks up his dribble. Finds Kirby. A few steps beyond the top of the key. Johnson gets the pass now, left wing, he's fouled, a hand check. Jalo, a little too aggressive there. Pardon me, Elijah Wade's going to get called for the foul. And that's his first with 3:13 left to play in the game. Both sides bringing a sub in. Austin Kruger is back for U-High. And Springfield, I believe Ariel Robin, no, pardon me, that's Jameer Macon back into the game. I think it's the first time he's checked in tonight. Pardon me, but in any case, here's U-High with 3:03 in the first half. Johnson splits traffic along the perimeter. Center of the paint, has it about 10 feet out. Pass to the baseline, nobody's home. Andrew Felstead cut to the basket before he could receive the pass. About 12 feet out, right on the baseline. Attacking from my perspective, the right side. And Springfield gets it back. This game's got a pretty good pace to it. Noah Wade crosses the timeline with 2:45 left in the quarter. And Springfield down by 3. Here's a pass to Noah Wade, slices through traffic from the left wing, got to the basket, couldn't get it to roll through. Johnson clears the rebound, finds Kirby, picks it up on the left wing, pass behind him to Austin Kruger. Kruger to Johnson. Johnson has a lane, and there's Felstead under the basket. He gets the assist as Johnson. And Felstead, a little redemption for the turnover on the last possession. A 5-point lead for U-High with 2:15 to play in the half, and that was well done. Pioneer student section making some noise. Senators get it to the corner. 2:05 to play in this second quarter of play. 5-point game. 18 minutes remaining in one team season, and a floater from Noah Wade decided to throw it up just a little bit inside the free throw line on the left side. 3-point game, 25-22. Minute 45 to play in the half. Pioneers on the other end. Fitzgerald wants a three, a contested three, and he got it above Jameer Macon on the left wing. 6-point lead for the Pioneers. And the Senators immediately taking it up across the timeline. A jump ball is called as Robinson tried to set it in motion at the free throw line, tried to drive past his man, and the Pioneers say, no, you're not going to get it that easy. And they have the jump ball arrow. Minute 32 left here in the half. Cameron Johnson, guarded by Ed Horton. Pioneers get it in, but they're still well south of the timeline. Now Johnson's going to attack, crosses, drives it all the way under the basket, pass to Felstead, left block, picks it up, pass out to Kruger. Kruger tries to split the key, kicks it out, left wing, three's going to be short. From Hensley. Senators trying to keep some tempo, driving all the way under the basket is Noah Wade, and he's fouled with 1:04 left in the half. And he'll go to the free throw line, trying to cut into a 28-22 deficit. It's been a fun game, and these free throws are about the only breathers we've had in the second quarter. Springfield, they want to push the pace. First free throw won't go for Noah Wade. Even on a make, and especially on a miss, the Senators quickly across midcourt, they want to run it. They just haven't gotten a lot of shots to fall. They're only 10 points off the point total they registered in the regional final against Lincoln, a 32-26 win. Make it 9 points as Wade hits the second free throw. 1 minute to play in the half. 28-23 is our score. Dallas Smith, U-High, a lot of trust in their point guard. He brings it up the right sideline, tries to center it up, about 10 paces shy of the top of the key. Now he attacks, gets it to the three-point line, a few steps in, and he brings it back out. 40 seconds left for the half. Pioneers in no hurry. Now they run it. Way down low to Clemenson, fouled on the left block. And the tight end will have 2 free throws with 35 and a half to play in this second quarter of play. And a 28-23 lead for U-High. Bodie Clemenson has a chance to build on that lead and get the Pioneers to 30. First free throw falls. Clemenson's second free throw falls as well. 30-23, 33 seconds left. Senators already in their offensive ends. They get it down to the right corner and Robinson. Robinson out top, Noah Wade. Wade left wing, and his brother Elijah. Now they play catch. Noah gets it back on the right wing. 18 seconds for the half. Noah Wade on the right wing, penetrates, drives to the right block, steps through, gets it to go with contact. 5-point game, 8 seconds for the Pioneers. Smith crosses the timeline, loses it. Senators get it back, and they lose it out of bounds. Moving a little too quickly was Horton. I think he kicked it away from Dallas Smith, and he couldn't catch up in time. And now Normal U-High has an opportunity on their baseline, or I should say Springfield's baseline, with 3.9 left to end the quarter with a shot. Smith will get it in. Smith scanning, looking, finding Kirby, a corner three, fading away, no. Rebound, Jala, and he sends a pass to Wade as the clock expires. Wade throws an elbow and catches Kruger. Kruger was running to try and defend him. I just don't think Springfield realized the time was running out. I think Jala thought he might have had an opportunity to get a pass and a quick basket, and that's not how it plays out. No foul there on the elbow, although U-High's student section came to life after that one. And 10 minutes on the board for halftime with Normal U-High leading 30-25. We'll get some halftime leaders for you on the other side of a break. What a game it's been. Back and forth, good tempo, both sides running. And I tell you, I like the tempo Springfield is playing with. They've done a nice job of getting offensive rebounds, running in transition. But Normal U-High a little better from the perimeter in this one. They've made a few key threes, including 2 from Smith. Kirby hit a big 3 at one point there in the first half. And U-High doing whatever it needs to do to maintain a 5-point edge, 30-25. We'll step away for a quick break, and then we're back from Mahomet-Seymour High School. Great atmosphere for high school hoops, and a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. U-High leading Springfield 30-25. Halftime just underway.
The last class of the day for my student athletes isn't English, science, or math. It's school sports, where the #1 priority is teaching, just like every other classroom. As their coach, I help them grow as leaders and become better people, preparing them for the game and, more importantly, for life. That's why the best wins are the lessons they learn, which will impact them long after their playing days are over. Encourage your student to participate in school sports.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Come on, Liam, let's go! Get open! Come on, go for it! Wake up! Wake up, Liam! Oh, come on, use your head! Gotta want it! Dominate!
There he goes again. Liam's dad yelling from the stands, trying to relive his glory days.
I know. We're just trying to have fun out here and play with our friends. Like, it's not that deep.
He seriously needs to get a grip.
Does he really think he's helping Liam play better?
I feel bad for Liam. I know he's embarrassed his dad ruins every game like this. I mean, I would be too.
Someone needs to tell him this isn't about him.
Yeah, stop trying to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Game day in my house is everything. I get out of class, I grab my gear, and get to the game because I can't wait. And my dad, he does the same thing. He's an official here in Illinois. He makes the tough calls, stays cool under pressure, and knows ball like nobody else. I want to be just like him. You can too. Sign up at highschoolofficials.com.
Back at Mahomet-Seymour High School, Joey Ryan hanging out with you. A Class 3A sectional semifinal, Springfield and Normal U-High, a Central State 8 Conference rematch. It's been a fun one so far, to say the least. U-High ahead 30-25. Both teams have had their chances. And this is exactly what you'd want out of a game in early March. Both these teams vying for a trip to the Sweet 16, if you will. Sectional championship on Friday against Decatur MacArthur. They punched their ticket with a big win against Centennial last night. And then it would be some combination of Centralia, East St. Louis, or Jacksonville in the super sectional on Monday in Springfield at the Bank of Springfield Center. I'll see if I can get a score update from East St. Louis and Jacksonville. Centralia has punched their ticket to that sectional championship on Friday. And there's a chance, if Springfield can run the table, to have faced Lincoln, Springfield, MacArthur, or pardon me, Lincoln, Springfield, MacArthur, and Jacksonville. Had my order flipped there, I thought. But 4 Central State 8 games in a row to get to state. If Springfield can win tonight, and if Jacksonville beats East St. Louis, a tall task, and if Springfield beats, you get the idea, MacArthur on Friday. But I think that's just a testament to how strong the Central State 8 has been this year, and both head coaches I talked to today shared that sentiment. It's a really tough conference, and it's prepared these teams well for the postseason. U-High leading 30-25 here at halftime. 5.5 minutes on the clock here for the break. Joey Wright hanging out with you. I got to tell you, folks, this has been a lot of fun. Haven't had a chance to do as many games this season as I would have liked, but man, what a game it's been tonight, 30-25. Welcome back. Clutch Sports Media also has coverage tonight. Kankakee and East Peoria, another Class 3A sectional semifinal. Raiders have looked really good in our coverage area, and the K is always a tough out. Tomorrow we'll have coverage of Rockford Christian and Deer Creek Mackinac in an IHSA Class 1A girls basketball state semifinal. Washington on Friday morning at 11:45 against St. Viator. So a really good week for you here on ClutchSportsIL.com. And then, of course, some sectional final action on Friday night, so stay tuned for that. We'll step aside here for one more break after we get a few of our halftime leaders in this one. And looking at Normal U-High first, Devin Fitzgerald has 2 big threes, 6 points for him. Dallas Smith, the game-opening 3, still his only basket. Austin Kruger, 3 points and 7 points for Cameron Johnson, who, as Andrew McDowell told me, is Normal U-High's, quote, best scorer, best defender, best rebounder, best passer, best ball handler, and a joy to coach. Not word for word, I paraphrase that a little bit, but high praise from Andrew McDowell for his big-time senior Cameron Johnson. And then for Springfield, some key scorers. Everyone that ended the first half on the floor has scored at least 1 basket. 7 points for Noah Wade, 3 points for Ed Horton, 4 points for Ariel Robinson, 5 points for Elijah Wade, and Mayango Jala, he's had a tremendous game. He's got 6 points and not tracking rebounds, but I'd be curious to find someone who is, because he has been a menace on the offensive glass and some key defensive rebounds as well. As I mentioned earlier, I think it boils down to U-High's been a little stronger from the perimeter, but when they miss shots, and when Springfield misses shots for that matter, the Senators have been really adept on the glass. We'll see if they can maintain what I feel is a rebounding edge in the second half. I think if U-High can lock up the glass and do a little bit better job there, it's going to be tough to knock them out. But Springfield's also had plenty of possessions in with second, third chances, and they just can't quite finish at the rim as much as I'm sure they would like to. So we'll see how it all pans out. One more break, then we're back for the final 16 minutes. A trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. U-High up at Mahomet-Seymour on Springfield, 30-25 at halftime.
The last class of the day for my student athletes isn't English, science, or math. It's school sports, where the #1 priority is teaching, just like every other classroom. As their coach, I help them grow as leaders and become better people, preparing them for the game and, more importantly, for life. That's why the best wins are the lessons they learn, which will impact them long after their playing days are over. Encourage your student to participate in school sports.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Come on, Liam, let's go! Get open! Come on, go for it! Wake up! Wake up, Liam! Oh, come on, use your head! Gotta want it! Dominate!
There he goes again. Liam's dad yelling from the stands, trying to relive his glory days.
I know, we're just trying to have fun out here and play with our friends. Like, it's not that deep.
He seriously needs to get a grip.
Does he really think he's helping Liam play better?
I feel bad for Liam. I know he's embarrassed his dad ruins every game like this. I mean, I would be too.
Someone needs to tell him this isn't about him.
Yeah, stop trying to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Game day in my house is everything. I get out of class, I grab my gear, and get to the game because I can't wait. And my dad, he does the same thing. He's an official here in Illinois. He makes the tough calls, stays cool under pressure, and knows ball like nobody else. I want to be just like him. You can too. Sign up at highschoolofficials.com.
Back at Mahomet-Seymour High School, second half just moments away. Normal U High leading Springfield 30-25. These Central State 8 rivals going at it. Winner gets the right to face MacArthur on Friday night in a sectional final. And then from there, it's on to the Bank of Springfield Center in a super sectional, and then the Class 3A state finals at State Farm Center in Champaign. Joey Wright and our entire Clutch Sports media crew excited to have you in for the second half. Here we go, 30-25 is the score, and Springfield will inbound from midcourt on the wrong end of that score. And they get it in here, driving now away from the normal U High student section to our left as we look at it here. Noah Wade over to Elijah Wade, the brothers. Noah Wade now runs and gets it on the left wing. Finds Elijah Wade at the free throw line. He dribbles back, takes it outside the three-point line. And Horton cuts to the top. And they get it to the block, and Mayango Jala. And he is called for a foul. That foul will be on the floor as he tried to back a man down and get to the basket. 7:26 here for the third. Still a 5-point, no, pardon me, they'll call that on the shot as he was on his way up. So 2 free throws for Jala, the junior. And he's been a tough matchup for U High tonight. His first free throw is good. It's a 4-point game with 7:26 here in the frame. 2 levels of bleachers on one side here at Mahomet-Seymour. 1 on the other. Goes up about, I'd say, 15 rows. Jala's second free throw goes. Not a lot of fans on the opposite side except the U High student section. And now the Pioneers drive in that direction. And then the upper and lower levels full. Or the lower level full and the upper level, I'd say maybe 50% full here on the side we're on at Mahomet-Seymour High School. Pioneers first possession. They haven't penetrated yet, still on the outside of the three-point line. Now Cameron Johnson drives free throw line, pass to the left block, bounce pass to Clemenson. And Clemenson up and in. It's a 5-point game again. After the 2 free throws from Jala, Clemenson has the first field goal of the half. And Springfield right back where they started, down 5 with the ball on the offensive end. Elijah Wade, left wing, now between the rings. And a pass to his brother Noah in the corner. And Noah tried to drive baseline toward the basket, but lost it as Owen Kirby came over to defend him, and it went off his leg. Last touch by the Senators. So the Pioneers get it back. Johnson crosses midcourt, drives to the free throw line, picks it up, pass back to Clemenson. Clemenson goes behind him to Dallas Smith. And now a handoff to Owen Kirby. Kirby between the rings, pass to the corner, and a 3 won't fall for Devin Fitzgerald. Left it short. Fitzgerald is probably going to finish his career at Normal U High as the Pioneers' second all-time leading three-point shooter, but he missed that one. Springfield back on the offensive end. Noah Wade to Elijah Wade, just a step inside the three-point line in the left corner. Out top, Noah Wade, the junior. Takes a pass to Ed Horton, finds Noah. And now Horton gets it on the left wing. That 3-2 strong off the back iron, and Kirby comes flying in. Smith did a nice job of boxing out Robinson to give the Pioneers the rebound. Johnson dribbles right, pass left to the corner. Clemenson drives in, the baseline. But coming in to cut him off was Jala. Mitt forces a miss. Springfield on a fast break. And Wade couldn't hit the layup as U High caught up with him. Now Kirby hits the deck and a whistle. And a Springfield foul. So Kirby will inbound on the baseline with 5:23 left in the third quarter. Normally U High maintaining a 32-27 lead, and they'll have a chance to build on it here. Cameron Johnson Gets the inbound from Kirby. He scans. 2 or 3 steps shy of the timeline. Now he crosses in plenty of time. Drives left wing. Gets all the way to the basket. Up and in, and the foul. Robinson fouled him. Johnson has an and one. And on this cool March evening, foggy outside. It rained earlier here in Champaign, or in the Champaign area. Poured rain, in fact, for a little bit around 3:30. Still was very foggy when both teams arrived about 6 o'clock. Glad all these fans were able to make it safely. Johnson gets the free throw, the and one complete. All that to say, the Pioneer faithful that have made the drive down 74 and foggy conditions have had plenty to cheer for. An 8-point lead. Springfield now to Ed Horton. Horton to Noah Wade. Wade gets it in to Elijah Wade on the right block. He goes up, gets fouled. No, he traveled. No foul, they call it travel on Elijah Wade, the senior. Couldn't get his footing. And so now the Pioneers will get a chance to build their lead potentially to double figures. They haven't done that yet. Here's Dallas Smith. Dribbles right. Top of the key. Pass to Johnson. Johnson, deep three now from Clemenson, or rather Fitzgerald. He missed it. Too strong. Came off the back attachment into the hands of Noah Wade. He takes it all the way to the free throw line. Floats one up. No. Rebound brought in by the Pioneers, and Smith. Smith splits 2 defenders and breaks free. Gets to the free throw line. Now he picks it up. Clemenson's got it. Clemenson finds Johnson attacking from the right wing, and the foul. He got the basket to go with contact. 4:08 for the quarter. Normal U-High's lead is 10, and Johnson has a chance to make it 11. Foul on Jala, his third. He's going to have to be careful. U-High calls to the bench. They'll bring back Austin Kruger in relief of Bodie Clemenson. Johnson had an and one last time down. And he gets an and one there. The free throw falls. 38-27, halfway through the third. Here's Noah Wade. Elijah Wade now gets it in the corner. They play catch. The brothers. And a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against Dallas Smith, his second. Senators looking to inbound here from the baseline. Nobody's in real foul trouble except Jala with 3. No one else on the floor has more than 2. Springfield gets it near side corner. 3, air ball, but it serves as a pass to Jala. Cleans it up from the left block and drops it through. It's 38-29 with 3:43 in the third. So the Senators cut it back to single digits, and Johnson drives, almost extended it to 11 as soon as I said that. Springfield clears a rebound as Johnson missed the layup, and trying to drive coast to coast is Wade, and an offensive foul. Kruger took the charge. Inside the painted area, although there's no paint here at Mahomet-Seymour, it's just a wood grain paint just inside the right block. And that is the first foul, I believe, on Wade. Or pardon me, that's Elijah's second. Noah Wade has 1. And the Senators foul quickly as Springfield cross midcourt. 3:22. 15 foul against the Senators, so U-High is in the double bonus here for the rest of the quarter, and then the team fouls will reset early in the fourth. 5 fouls against 2 right now. 3:22 for the third. And Cameron Johnson will take the free throws. 38-29. Pioneers lead by 9, make it 10. He gets his first free throw to go. He's starting to take over the game, and he's the first U-High scorer to double figures. Has 10 points now. Matches Mayango Jala for Springfield. And make it 11 for Johnson. His second free throw falls. 40-29, 3:20 for the third. Senators drive toward our broadcast booth, and off the backboard, a 3 from Ed Horton didn't hit the rim. And they'll say it's out of bounds. Last touch by Springfield off Jala as he couldn't bring in the rebound. Gives Owen Kirby a chance to trigger this possession with an inbound to Dallas Smith. And Smith approaching midcourt. U-High is going to bring in Devin Fitzgerald at the next dead ball. Dallas Smith has it, centered up between the circles. Pass to the right corner in Kirby. Now it's Johnson, high right wing. Just a step or two inside the timeline. Drives to the left corner, picks it up, pass to Dallas Smith, high left wing. Smith calls out a play, the point guard, 2:40 for the third, and an 11-point lead. He's guarded by Noah Wade. Here's Johnson getting a handoff at the free throw line. Pass down low to Andrew Felstead. He kicked it out. Smith missed a three. Rebound cleared by the Senators. They drive. They've got 3-on-2. They go down low off the glass. No, won't go for Wade. He missed a gimme, and he knows it. Elijah Wade just a little too strong. Senators had numbers in transition, couldn't capitalize. Smith has a pass to the basket, a path to the basket, pardon me, and he puts it through an easy layup. Missed assignment there for Springfield. And now Elijah Wade quickly gets to the right block and scores. As I said, Springfield, they run such an up-tempo offense, and it's only an 11-point game here. We'll see how Elijah Wade responds. He's a little frustrated with himself, but I don't want to be too hard on him either. He's played a great game, and it's physical, and it's up-tempo. And he did get a shot there to go that's going to be big for Springfield. Quickly a foul. As normal, U-High tried to look for something to start its possession. And in the double bonus, that'll send Cameron Johnson to the line. 42-31, minute 51 for the third quarter. Joey Wright in with you for Clutch Sports Media. Glad you're with us on ClutchSportsIL.com or YouTube. Also coverage of East Peoria and Kankakee on our website and YouTube channel. Join us tomorrow, Deer Creek Mackinac and Rockford Christian going to play a Class 1A Girls State Semifinal at 11:45 a.m. or so at Seth Q Arena in Normal. Timeout on the floor before the Johnson free throw. Before his second, he made the first. And it's a Springfield timeout, and it comes with a minute and 51 seconds left in the third. Our officiating crew tonight haven't had a chance to credit Adam Holloman, Carl Kepler, and Brad Sample doing a great job calling this one. And weren't a lot of fouls in the first half, and there have been more here in the third quarter. Springfield's got 6 fouls as a team. Scoreboard doesn't go past 5. And normally U-High's only been whistled for 2 violations. U-High's played the cleaner second half, but Springfield, I will tell you, not out of this by any means. They've played physical, they've played quick. And if they can force some turnovers and get up and down the floor, I really like what Kevin Causley's team can do. And, you know, Kevin Causley mentioned today they are without a key player, Logan Peach, one of their very talented seniors, missing in action tonight, has a core injury. We wish him well. But he said they've got very confident shooters as well. Mentioned that he thought Ariel Robinson and Mayango Jala would be big with their ability to post up, and they certainly have. Out of the timeout, Johnson missed the second free throw, and the Senators quickly get it across. High left wing in front of their bench, opposite the U-High student section, or I should say adjacent to the U-High student section. Now out top, Elijah Wade and Horton. They play catch into the game. A missed 3. Pardon me, from Jacob Scheffler. Checked into the game, didn't have a 24, but that's Jacob Scheffler in number 24 in gray. Missing a 3, his first shot attempt in his first minute for Springfield. Johnson for U-High, drives to the right block, up with a little contact, no foul, but a basket off the right block. That's 45-31, largest lead for U-High. See if Springfield tries to pick it up from the perimeter here. Here's a 3 from Robinson, short off the iron. Rebound for Clemenson, intercepted by Springfield and 1. Noah Wade kept it inbounds, intercepted a pass. U-High got the rebound, and as they tried to set up a possession for Devin Fitzgerald, Wade intercepted it, found Horton, And Horton, or I get that backwards. Horton intercepted it and found Wade. And Wade drew a little contact. On his way up, he's got a chance for an and one. 45-33 with 54 seconds left in the third. That falls. It's an 11-point game. A spark for Springfield. We'll see what they do with it. Jacob Scheffler fresh into the game. Guards Dallas Smith on the inbound. Smith gets it across half court. 43 seconds left in the third. Dribbles underneath the basket and easily got past the defense and laid it in. 47-34. 13-point game. 30 seconds left in the third. And Horton at the half-court logo. Pass to Robinson. Horton gets it back. Goes to the left corner. A step inside the three-point line is Elijah Wade. Pass to Horton. Left wing attacks. No. Gets his own rebound. Up and in. 47-36. Back to 11. 8 seconds left for U-High. Dallas Smith crosses the timeline. Scans. Fires a pass. Felstead traveled with 2.8 seconds left. He was looking to set his feet on the right wing and couldn't. Springfield will inbound from in front of the U-High bench. They've got to go about 3/4 of the floor in 3 seconds. The inbound shot on the way from half court is in. A half-court prayer to beat the buzzer. Elijah Wade made it look easy. A casual half-court shot. It looked like he was scanning for a pass, and he couldn't find anyone, so he just took a three. There was no one in front of him. A deep three falls, and it's 47-39 at the last scheduled break of the game. Elijah Wade, that's a huge basket. Cuts the deficit to 8 points. With 8 minutes to play, 47-39. He's got 10 points now, does Elijah Wade, the senior, playing potentially his final game. He's looking to extend his career to include a game against Friday against MacArthur. 10 points for Noah Wade as well, so the Wade brothers have combined for 20 of Springfield's 39 points. Ariel Robinson has 6 points. Looking across the way for U-High, Cameron Johnson has double figures. He's just checked back into the game with 14 points. 9 points for Bodie Clemenson, has been big on the glass. And 7 points for Dallas Smith. Pioneers get a chance to inbound, driving to our right. With 8 minutes to play, fourth quarter just underway. Smith, the senior, had a huge fourth quarter in the Pioneers' win against Champaign Central. Normal U-High held off a late charge from the Maroons to win it, 58-54. Springfield quickly fouls him, and Horton a hand check on the inbound. And Smith gets this inbound and takes it to the right wing. 10 seconds gone by in the frame. Drives underneath the basket. He blew past his man, Ed Horton Jr. Got directly under the basket, or maybe off by a little bit, just to help the layup, and got it in from point-blank range. Backing a man down is Noah Wade. Swung around. Here's Elijah Wade. Wade at the free throw line. Pass to the left block. Up and in for Robinson. So the Pioneers and Senators trade baskets here on their opening possessions. Looked like Elijah Wade came up a little lame, but he's okay. He's trooping through it. He hit the deck away from the shot in this 8-point game. Johnson going against Scheffler, lays it in. Big size advantage there for Johnson. And looked like kind of a missed assignment there. He was able to get to the block pretty easily. 10-point game. Robinson now for Springfield on the left wing. Sends Scheffler in motion. He cuts underneath the basket. Robinson still has it left corner. They get it out top to Horton. Horton to Elijah Wade. Wade left corner, and Noah Wade will drive. Picks up his dribble from 8 feet out, off the backboard. Rebound for U-High and Johnson. At the timeline, they find Kirby. Kirby, right elbow, picks it up. Timeout U-High with 6:42 to play. .642 in one team season. Joey Ryan for Clutch Sports Media. Been a fun one. It was a closely contested first half. Third quarter, not as much, but a late surge from the Senators to make it an 8-point game. And now U-High has re-extended its lead to 10 with 6:42 remaining. Cameron Johnson had the last basket for U-High. An open layup. He's got 16 points to lead all scorers. Pretty easy drive for U-High to get here to Mahomet. A little further for Springfield. I would reckon they took maybe 72 as far as they could, and then cut over. Pioneers on the inbound. They get it to Clemenson on the block. Johnson lost it on the baseline, and Springfield will take over. They'll have to drive to our left, the full length of the floor. 5 on the floor for Springfield. The Wade brothers are joined by Ariel Robinson, Mayango Jala, and Ed Horton Jr. Here's Elijah Wade. Noah Wade now gets it in the corner. Ed Horton out top. Between the rings. Pass to the right corner. And Elijah Wade brings it out. Centers it up. Bounce pass left wing, caught by Horton. Horton drives past his defender, Devin Fitzgerald. They key up an open three for Elijah Wade, and he knocks it down. Timeout Springfield. With 5:58 left in the fourth, it's 51-44. A 7-point game. Elijah Wade, gotta sing his praises. He's played really well here in the second half, and specifically the last 5 minutes or so. I mentioned he had that kind of transition layup opportunity. I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill. It was tough. U-High caught up behind him, but you could tell he was a little frustrated with himself after a miss, but he's done what great players do since. He's locked in, and he's got the Senators within striking distance here. A huge three to cut it to 7, and he leads all scorers for Springfield in potentially his final game with 12 points. He's a senior. His brother Noah, junior. Robinson in the lineup is a senior. Mayango Jala, he's a junior. He'll come back next year. Logan Peach, got to give him a lot of credit. He was a big part of Springfield's success this season, 21-12. He's out with a core injury tonight. He's a senior. He wants to see his team win one without him here. 5:50 left in the fourth. Pioneers on the inbound. They got some seniors, too, that don't want to say goodbye, including Johnson. He's on the floor along with Smith, Clemenson, Kirby. Johnson gets it on the left block, up and in. Pioneers go ahead by 9 with 5:30 to play in regulation. Champaign Central, a feverish comeback against U-High on Friday, fell a little short, but the Pioneers aren't immune to fourth quarter rallies. Unity came back and tagged them for a loss in February after trailing big coming into the fourth quarter. Springfield trying to hold on. Here's Elijah Wade at the free throw line. No look pass, out of bounds. Went right past Jala, and the Pioneers get it on a turnover. 5:09 to play here in the fourth. Inbound to Johnson. And a travel there. That's a big unforced error for Owen Kirby. Just moving his feet and couldn't quite shuffle things around when he caught the pass. U-High hadn't even crossed midcourt. 5:05. Springfield inbounds in front of its own bench on the offensive end. They get it into Noah Wade. Wade, a left free throw line extended, gives it up. Finds his brother Elijah. Ed Horton now between the ring, maybe a few steps off center to the right. And a pass to Elijah Wade. They've still yet to penetrate. Horton gets it left wing. Now left corner and Wade. Wade walks it up the three-point line. Now attacks right block with contact. Almost an and one, but he's got 2 free throws. It wouldn't fall, but he's got 2 free throws with 4:41 left in the fourth. And that foul on Bodie Clemenson. A foul for each side. Free throw on the way, won't go. Noah Wade missed the first. Watching the fouls, nobody on the floor has more than 2 except Mayango Jala. He's got 4. to go along with his 10 points and numerous rebounds. And the Senators leaving him out there. Kevin Causley doesn't want to lose that physicality. Wade missed both free throws. Rebound Karams down to the Pioneers, and Johnson lost it out of bounds. Stingy defense from Noah Wade. Had him locked down on the baseline. With 4:35 left in the fourth in this 53-44 game. Jala gets the inbound, top of the key. 4.5 minutes to go. 3-possession game. Make it a 2-possession game. There's a huge three. Deep left wing. Pulling up and knocking it down is Elijah Wade. Didn't have a defender around him. Decided to pull up and make it a 6-point game. Pioneers on the offensive end. They cross midcourt. Johnson double team. Senators bring the trap. They get it to Kirby on the right wing. Open three won't go. Follows his shot. Gets his rebound. 3 players hit the deck and a Springfield foul. As Austin Kruger chased down the rebound. Kirby gave it up, and that was chaotic to say the least. But the Pioneers an opportunity to inbound under the Springfield basket. 53-47, the inbound to the corner with 4:05 left. Quick three, air ball, short. Nothing there for Devin Fitzgerald. Senators cross the timeline. They get it to the corner. Elijah Wade for 3. That hit the backboard from the corner. But an offensive rebound and a putback. Count it. It's a 4-point game, pardon me. That's Ariel Robinson, and a timeout called by U-High with 3:51 in the game. My goodness, 53-49. It's Robinson with the putback. Hesitated a little bit, took it up strong, and knocked it through. 3:51 here in the fourth. And a 4-point game, U-High burning a timeout. Springfield was never out of this, but U-High led by as many as 14 points not long ago. Who wants to play MacArthur on Friday in the Sweet 16? We'll find out over the next 3 minutes and 51 seconds. What a ball game. Jala is in the game for Springfield in some foul trouble. He's got 4. Ariel Robinson has 3. No other player on the floor for either side has more than 2. But we'll keep an eye on those two. 2 fouls for Springfield as a team, 1 for U-High. So that's where that stands. Pioneers get it in. Here's Dallas Smith, picked up by Robinson. He crosses midcourt on the high right wing. Dribbles with his right hand, backing up. He's a step in front of half court. Now he attacks, tries to find a lane on the right wing. He's cut off by Robinson. Gives it up, pass out top to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Jala. He can't foul, but he forces Johnson to give it up. Pass to Fitzgerald in the corner. He's trapped. Pass tipped. Pioneers maintain it. And right at the midcourt logo is Dallas Smith. He is fouled by Robinson. That's Robinson's 4th. Robinson going for the steal, caught a hand. 3:15 for the game, 53-49. That foul's on the floor, and normal U-High will inbound in front of its bench. Across the court at student section. And it's gotten a lot more intense for that student section in the last few minutes as Springfield has whittled the gap. 3:10. Johnson gets the inbound. Back across the timeline. Now he's in the offensive end. He is fouled by Jala. A hand check, his 5th. And that is going to be huge for Springfield. Mayango Jala, so physical, so good on the glass. Had 10 points to his name tonight. He's fouled out, and that may be how his junior season ends. Jameer Macon played a little bit in the first half, checks in. Springfield's only down 4, but Jala's been a huge part of their game plan. Pioneers on the inbound, out top Smith. Now Johnson on the right block, tries to go up and under, and he missed a layup with his left hand. Here are the Senators with a 3 in the corner, won't fall. And it's out of bounds, last touch by Elijah Wade under the basket. He got it, but he was cut off and forced out of bounds under the basket. A baseline inbound here for the Pioneers. Jacob Scheffler is back in the game for Springfield. Number 24 has played a few minutes here in the second half. taken one shot and he missed a three. Pioneers inbound, running the point here is Austin Kruger. Kruger, a handoff to Johnson with 2:35 left in the fourth. 53-49. Johnson drives free throw line, has a lane and scores. 6-point game and one. Did they call a foul? There was a whistle immediately. They did not. I think there was a foul away from the score, but no free throws for Johnson. It stands at a 6-point game again. Here's Elijah Wade, quick three on the left wing, got it, 3-point game with 2:20 to play. Springfield, they set it in motion so quick after the inbound. Elijah Wade having the fourth quarter of his season here to keep the Senators within striking distance. Pioneers on the other end. Loose ball, Clemenson picks it up on the left wing. Timeout U-High, a good timeout from Andrew McDowell. As the Pioneers were spun a little out of system there, Clemenson did a nice job of keeping his wits about him and not having the ball stolen from him. 2:06 to play and a timeout U-High. They'll inbound in front of their own bench here shortly. Didn't catch if it was a 30 or a full. 55-52, Pioneers trying to hang on and get an opportunity to play MacArthur on Friday in this gym in a Central State 8 rematch, much like this one. That conference has owned Class 3A in the brackets it's been involved in this season. Jacksonville playing tonight against East St. Louis for a chance to go to the sectional final. That'd be a tall order for the Crimson, and I'll have to see if I can get an update from that game. But MacArthur, as I said, is going to play here on Friday, and they're anxiously awaiting that matchup. It's going to be tough, even though the Generals haven't lost a game against an Illinois team this year. But I digress. Got to get through the last 2 minutes and 6 seconds first. And U-High will inbound in front of its own bench. Dallas Smith, the point guard, is going to send it back across midcourt to Cameron Johnson. He's picked up by Noah Wade. 2 minutes left in the game. The 3-point game. Johnson spinning, attacking, layup falls. Got it off the right block with his right hand. 5-point game. Senators cross the timeline. Noah Wade attacking, goes up, draws a foul against Owen Kirby. Kirby whistled for the infraction and 2 free throws for Noah Wade. A quick possession there for Springfield. Only took about 10 seconds or less. And Noah Wade, the junior's got 2 big free throws to make it a 1-possession game again. 57-52 with 1 minute and 47 seconds left. Wade, the junior, his brother having such a good fourth quarter, missed the first free throw. He's got 10 points tonight against 2 fouls. Joined on the floor by Horton, Robinson, Elijah Wade, and Jacob Scheffler. Missed the second. Rebound, Kirby. Preserves a 5-point game. Dallas Smith now for the Pioneers. Crosses midcourt, drives, kicks to the corner. Kirby drives to the right block, gives it up out top to Johnson. Johnson flings a pass to the right wing, and Smith to the free throw line. Turns around, brings it back out with 1:25 to play in the fourth. Leading by 5, he's picked up by Elijah Wade. Now he passes to Owen Kirby, the 3-point king for Normal U-High, all-time leading scorer from beyond the arc. But Pioneers are not going to shoot it. I think they're going to wait and get fouled. 1:04 left to play here. Johnson has it now at the midcourt logo. Drives against Robinson. PA announcer calls out 1 minute left. Pass all the way across the floor to the right corner, and Kirby. Now Smith has it out top, and now he's fouled by Devin Fitzgerald with 51 seconds left. And that is 5 fouls in the quarter against Springfield, and the second against Ed Horton, the big-time junior. So keep an eye on that here. Pioneers in the bonus the rest of the way, 51.3. A lot of trust in Dallas Smith at the free throw line. His first no good off the attachment. Alice Smith is a senior, as I mentioned a few times, stepped into the point guard slot for the Pioneers and done a great job facilitating a 26-win offense to this point in the year. Has 9 points, his second free throw to make it a 6-point game. Up and in, 58-52 with 50 seconds left. Noah Wade at the free throw line drives, has a left-handed layup with 43 seconds left, a 4-point game. Kirby gets it in to Kruger, and a quick foul. Austin Kruger is fouled. Springfield wanted a jump ball. Officials are going to confer. Adam Holloman, Carl Kepler, Brad Sample, our crew tonight. But despite a petition, Springfield's not going to get the jump ball call. They would have gotten the arrow, and instead they'll send the Pioneers to the line. Free throws have not come easy tonight for either side. And it's Austin Kruger, senior off the bench tonight, has 3 points. 58-54 is the score now. That's the score of U-High's last game, a regional final win against Champaign Central. Now it's 59-54 as Kruger hits the first. Two very different regional finals. Springfield only had to score 32 points to win its game against Lincoln. Second free throw falls for Kruger. And Wade quickly, a layup opportunity for Springfield. He couldn't get it to go. Rebound falls to Kirby with 30 seconds left. And if Normal U-High can hit its free throws, Springfield's going to have a very difficult time overcoming a 6-point game as the clock starts to work against them. And I'd have to think if U-High wants one guy at the line, it's Owen Kirby. 13 points in that game I mentioned against Central. He passed Kevin Smith, 2003 Normal U-High alum, in the Pioneers' loss against Morton as the program's all-time leading three-point shooter. And he knocks down his first free throw here, 61-54. Kirby's second free throw on the way is just as pure. Timeout Springfield, 62-54. U-High is going to take the timeout, and it's a full. 30.8 seconds left. 8:14 p.m. here in Mahomet. About the time where games across the state are going final. Mentioned Unity beat U-High earlier this year. They beat Fairfield tonight to go to a Class 2A sectional final. That game contested in Monticello. Inside of 31 seconds left in one team season here. Looking around 3A for a score update. De La Salle is up on King with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 47-41. Wakanda and Deerfield are tied at 51 with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter at Deerfield. No update from Jacksonville and East St. Louis. Crystal Lake South is on top of Sycamore right now, 76-63. And I don't have a score from East Peoria Kankakee, but we've got a crew there. Have to check in on that one. Springfield out of the timeout on the inbound. Here we go, 3 on the way. That won't fall off the back attachment. Wouldn't go for Horton. Rebound U-High, and the Pioneers can taste it now. Devin Fitzgerald is fouled. He got the rebound, and he'll go to the line to make it a 10-point game. He can hit both free throws. U-High may well extend this here to double figures, depending on how it plays out, but a closely contested fourth quarter. Fitzgerald, mentioned he's probably going to finish, Andrew McDowell said, as U-High's second all-time leading three-point shooter behind Kirby. Fitzgerald's only a junior. That shows in the first free throw there, which he knocks through. Curtain call for Robinson. He checks out along with Ed Horton. Horton's a junior, but Ariel Robinson's a senior. And he gets a round of applause from the Senators faithful that have come out to watch their team tonight. Parents, friends, fans. Great career for Ariel Robinson. Will end tonight, 64-54. Second free throw fell from Fitzgerald. Deep three on the way for Springfield. Off the front iron. Rebound is brought in, and it won't fall. Springfield's emptied its bench here, and U-High gets the rebound. They'll dribble it out. It's in the hands of Austin Kruger. The Pioneers are going to the Sweet 16. They'll face MacArthur on Friday night, right here in Mahomet. A 64-54 win for U-High. They hold off the Senators. 27-6 are the Pioneers now, and they'll have a chance to bring home their first sectional plaque since 2023 in 48 hours. Normal U-High, they've not won a state title since 1995. Runners-up in 1991 and 2012. Third place in 1997. Looking to do something that hasn't been done in 31 years when the Pioneers won a Class A state title. You see the emotion after the Senators shake hands, some tears, a hard-fought game, but it didn't go their way, and Normal U-High behind 22 points from Cameron Johnson and 10 points from Dallas Smith among a pretty balanced scoring attack. They win it 64-54 in Mahomet tonight. So bring on the Generals for U-High. Central State 8 rematch. That one's going to be a lot of fun. Generals have not lost a game this year against Illinois competition. Only loss was to a team from Missouri earlier in the going, and plenty will be written and plenty will be said about that matchup right here on Friday. Normal U-High lost to the Generals on the 9th of December, 62-32, and then lost to Springfield the following day. Andrew McDowell telling me this morning that they look at this week as revenge week. One down, one to go. They get their get-back game against Springfield to knock them out of the playoffs, and they'll get a get-back game against MacArthur on Friday night to go to the Elite Eight in Springfield and face, as I mentioned, Centralia, East St. Louis, or Jacksonville. No update here as we get ready to sign off on East St. Louis and Jacksonville, but Centralia did win a regional final. Or a regional final, or I should say a sectional semifinal last night. I apologize. See if I can't track down a quick score update here before we sign off. What a game it was. Thanks for following along on ClutchSportsIL.com. And it will be Centralia and East St. Louis on the other side of the bracket. 82-50. Big win for the Flyers in that one. So two Central State 8 programs fall tonight. The Crimson, a great season, but they run into a really good East St. Louis team. They'll be a really tough out in Class 3A. And a 64-54 final tonight in Mahomet. So that's a good place to leave it. I'm Joey Wright. Thanks to our entire Clutch Sports Media crew. It's a busy week. Back on the air tomorrow in Normal. Deer Creek Mackinac and Rockford Christian in a Class 1A girls state semifinal. Washington and St. Viator on Friday. Both those games at 11:45. Sectional final action on Friday. Stay tuned for that. We'll have an update for you when we get our plans finalized. But tonight in Mahomet, I'm Joey Wright. 64-54. The Pioneers win it. And we'll wish them the best of luck the rest of the way. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and thank you for listening to this presentation of Clutch Sports Media. So